Hey, Zach Smith here. Today we're going to talk about the 8 things you should never buy from your car dealer. Stick around to the end because I'm going to talk to you about the biggest financial mistake you can make when buying your next car. Let's go. Okay, so these are the 8 things that you want to avoid purchasing from your auto dealer. The first one is extended warranty coverage. Extended warranty coverage goes above and beyond what your own manufacturer's warranty will cover on the car. Most manufacturers' warranties are a 3-year or 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Some have a 4-year 50, some have a 5-year 100. And most extended warranties cost between $2,000 and $6,000. Depending on the car. Statistically speaking, extended warranties are only worth 10 to 15 cents on the dollar. So if you've done any research, it makes more sense to take a few dollars, set it aside to maybe cover an unexpected repair in the future against spending that money or financing that money up front. So it's not worth it. Number 2, vehicle theft registration or window etching. Now, this was something that we had on every contract when I worked at the one store I worked at for 22 years. We charged it as a fee, and out of the thousands of transactions I was involved in, not one of them used this insurance coverage. And it only covers the car if it's stolen. If the car gets stolen, the insurance company will give the customer between $2,000 to $5,000 to help pay off their loan. It's not money that they can just use anyway. So that's, a $250 to $500 fee. Forget it. Do not spend that. Number 3, paint and fabric protection. Now this is something that most manufacturers already do to the car. They spend a ton of money on research and development on the paint of the vehicle, the interior of the car, the seats, the carpets, any of the upholstery. They've already been treated with a protectorant to keep it from fading or staining from any elements that you may bring into the car. So it's really useless to add that to the car. And most dealerships charge between $800 and $1,200 per car to do paint and fabric protection. It's installed by an hourly employee that has no experience with any of the products, and a lot of times a dealership is going to use a really inexpensive product to cover the car. So it's really something that I think you should avoid and not pay for. Number 4, gap protection. Now what gap protection is a separate insurance policy above and beyond your own insurance company that would cover the car if it gets deemed a total loss to help pay off the loan. So if you owe $60,000 on the car and the insurance company thinks it's only worth $40,000, you're gonna have a $20,000 gap there if for some reason your car is stolen or totaled in an accident. What gap insurance does is it covers the difference between the two. Now what a lot of people don't know, gap insurance is something that your primary insurance company could provide for you for $10 to $15 a month in most cases. So it's available as a replacement coverage or some other name that your insurance company is going to have for it. So going through the dealer and paying between $500 and $800 doesn't make a whole lot of sense when that coverage can be found elsewhere for less money. Gap insurance is unnecessary if you put 20% down because you've got yourself into an equitable position in the car, and most banks won't even finance the car if you have gap insurance and you've put a large down payment down. Number 5, nitrogen-filled tires. I have purchased 5 vehicles recently and they all had nitrogen tires. They all had a nitrogen package included in the purchase. And it was completely unnecessary because there's still air in the tires. In cold mornings, they still need to have air added to them. Nitrogen negates some of the tire pressure issues that I've had in the past, but not dramatically enough to spend $200 to $500 in that case, so skip it. This one here is my favorite. Most cars today have some kind of factory alarm on them. Most cars today have some sort of GPS system. But there's a lot of car dealerships out there that are still selling GPS systems for tracking and alarm systems, which are totally unnecessary. Between $1,200 and $2,000, they offer these products and they're totally unnecessary. So don't buy them. Number 7, they're going to charge you a market adjustment for absolutely nothing. With some cars out there, I understand that you may have to pay a lot more money for it, meaning that the car is extremely rare, that there's only a few of them out there, and there's a scarcity involved where you may actually have to pay more money because there's not a lot of cars out there. But when you have a common car like a Chevy Malibu or a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic or something, yes, those cars are good cars and they're in high demand, but they're mass produced. This is not a Bugatti or a Ferrari or something like that. So why would you pay over sticker for something that's just an ordinary car? It's ridiculous. Don't pay for it. Number 8, next to the Monroney label on the car, which is the factory window sticker, a lot of times the dealership will actually put a sticker with their market adjustment on it and any installed accessories on the car. Now, when you're purchasing a car, if it has an added accessory for it and you don't want it, let the dealership know. I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for window tint. I'm not paying for bug shield or a clear bra or pinstriping. If they've added anything to the car and you don't want it, let them know. Hey, I'm not going to buy this car and I'm not going to pay for all of this stuff that's unwanted. So don't pay for it. You can actually negotiate that out of the deal so you don't have to pay for that stuff. And it's unnecessary. Biggest mistake that you can make is you're going to obtain financing through the dealership's finance department. That is it. If you go with the dealership to use their financing department, you have no control over the transaction. They're going to choose who you're financed with, how long you're going to be financed with them, and what rate and term. You have no control over the situation. Number 2, the dealership can mark up the rate in most cases, unless you're purchasing a car that has a subsidized finance rate through the manufacturer, like a 2.9 or a 1.9. It makes no sense to go through the dealer because they're going to control the transaction and they're going to mark up the rate. This could potentially cause you to pay thousands of dollars more for the car. And here's what I mean by that. If you have a $60,000 car that you're financing and let's say the buy rate is at 6%, but the dealership marks it up and you're paying 8%, there's 2 percentage points of finance charge that they can actually get from the lender, and they're going to make that money. So your finance charge in a typical contract for 60 months or 72 months on a $60,000 loan is around $8,000. You're going to pay $12,000 if they mark the rate up. So you always want to go through your own lender in that case. Go to your bank or credit union, get pre-approved, bring in a check to the dealer, and you know what? Your own credit union or bank may make a little bit of money on you, but it's not going to be as much as it is if the dealership gets your financing for you. If you decide that you do want to use the dealership's financing department and you're going to use, let's say the manufacturer has that subsidized rate, that's the only time that you would actually want to use the dealer's financing. Gosh, I really hope that you had a good time. I'm happy that you spent time with me, and I hope that this content gave you a lot of value. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And by the way, if you guys have an idea or a suggestion, please leave it down in the comments. If you don't agree with something that we talked about today, or maybe there's something that I forgot about that I have to bring up, please leave something down in the comments for me, and I'll make sure that maybe we get to it in another video. So what you're going to want to do is click on this next video here. This is what things that you should not say to your salesman. Please click on that and tell me what you think.